Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dream Theory. Now this is part 3, the final part. We're in the dream part where we have to go find items and uncover the story. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. If you missed part 1 or part 2, there'll be a link to the playlist in the end of this video that you can go click over and see what's going on or see what you missed. The story of this game is actually very interesting, very followable, nothing too crazy, but also creative. It doesn't follow, well, it does follow a couple tropes, but nothing too overused. I feel like I haven't seen this too much. So again, if you're interested in that, be sure to hit to the end of the video before I do any serious spoilers or anything, so you can experience it with me as I did it. But if you're just interested in just catching up right off this video, the basic story of it is there is a school that was closed down due to suspected child's suicide. So they closed the school down. One of the students at the school, Mr. Clayton, reopened the school. The old headmaster, Mr. I think it was Crimshaw, doesn't approve of it at all and thinks that the suicides were actually murders. Throughout all of this, the new headmaster, Mr. Clayton, came up with a bit of a lie to try to diffuse the situation, the idea of suicide, by saying that there was a monster doing it. And it scared the kids, but it did help, relieve the tension of the idea of suicide. I guess the idea of like a make-believe monster was easier to accept and move forward with than the idea of suicide, which I can see that kind of makes sense. So now we're playing as the new headmaster's son, who is having both nightmares and I assume daydreams about the monster that his father came up with, or invented rather. So we're on the final part to uncover the last bit of the story to see what exactly is going on. Is there a murderer? Is it actually a monster? What is going on in this world? I am personally actually really excited to see how this closes up. I really do hope it's a nice neat little bow and that I don't know if it'll end happily. I mean, most of the indie games on itch.io tend to end pretty brutally. So here's to hoping for a happy ending on this one. Heh. Gotta find this final thing. It's either going to be a newspaper or a cassette. If I was a developer, where would I hide it? So far, I don't see it anywhere out on the path. Did a good job at hiding it so that you have to kind of look out at the edges of the light. But you don't want to look too far away because you gotta find the four-armed figure whenever it does appear. The evil android. Nothing up here. We're already over here. Check the house. Nope. Assuming that's the school in the bottom. We are not having a lot of luck at all this time. It does get suspenseful the longer you're out, and I believe I said it in the first episode, but the one thing that you did a very good job with is the ambience of the entire thing. It feels tense, it feels scary, it does a good job of making you kind of tense up while you're going around. Especially when it gets quiet like that. Oh man, messes with me. Okay, so we've got all the objects for this final part, so now we're going to uncover the last bit of the story. Again, if you want to actually hear the tapes and see the messages for episodes 1 and 2, this is your chance for it. Okay. April 22nd, so the most recent ones here. Missing children. Tonight, police are searching for a child named Peter Anderson all across the neighborhood. He didn't come home from St. Alliston School. The parents are blaming the school and Henry Clayton, the new founder, for the kid's disappearance. There is no sign of Peter yet. Would the school have to close again? And then a tape.
Daniel, listen bro, I need to talk with you about something. I don't want to talk with Grimshaw about this. I just want to talk with you. Please, if you're there, pick up the phone now. Daniel, please. Okay, I'll just leave a message then. Listen, today A child had gone missing, and he didn't arrive home, and now they are blaming the school and blaming me as well. Why the hell is this happening over and over again? I'm screwed. Please, if you're listening, call me as soon as possible. The whole local media and the police are on me now.
Okay, so he's calling Mr. Daniel, and Grimshaw was again the old founder, so now the new headmaster is trying to find out what to do. And we're back to the surviving the night, which kind of has that FNAF feel. Just when he shows up, you point a light at him to make him go away. If he's directly at the end of the bed, then hide under the bed type of deal. Well, he is much more active for the final night. Okay, I guess I should expect it. What is that sound? What is it doing? Aside from making me super anxious. I'm just gonna crawl back up in the vent. Yep, there we go. He's moving real quick. Okay, we're about a third through. Come at me. It's like a straight staring contest every time. Directly into the bed, back up. Okay. Getting all the spine tingles. We're about halfway now. Doing good, doing good. I do kind of like the fact that their monster, it isn't like a super gory zombie or anything else like that. Like, it is fairly original. Like, it's nothing overwhelmingly gruesome. It's just something that it seems like they really did make all themselves. And a story that seems very original. Definitely enjoying it. Back under the bed. Got about 30 seconds to go. Okay. A lot of clouds in this bedroom. I don't like the way the lampshade looks against the back wall at all. I do like his bendy straw in his drink by his clock with the mustache. Okay. I don't know why our alarm's going off at 3 AM, but sure. Okay, let's see what happens. What's the end? Is that the Barney song? You can't be doing that. Is that our character? Okay. That was interesting. That was very interesting. So I take it at the end, I'm trying to piece it all together to understand what actually happened. Okay. That's what the end song was. I don't know why, it just made me think of like a kid's show. But it was Come All You Children. Okay, everybody, that was the dream theory. If I had to, again, try to guess exactly what was going on there. Again, you had old headmaster, something happened at school, somebody may have been a murderer. New headmaster picks it up. Again, I'm trying to piece it all together. So, I feel like it did not put a nice bow on the end. I listened to all the tapes, I read all the stuff. I'm going to guess that it probably was child suicide for the first couple of deaths in the school, and that the guy who made up this creature, the creature ended up being real and maybe killed this. I honestly don't know. I actually don't know. My guess is that the creature was actually real. The monster was real and was killing the children. That's the only thing I can really guess to piece everything together at the end. If you can think of anything that makes more sense if you've watched the videos and you have a theory on what the actual story was or how the ending went or your thoughts on the game in general, be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. As always, thumbs up if you like this, or if you like to see more games like this, more horror games, more itch.io, all that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you like game videos, whether it be horror or not. And as always, remember, you are #1.